Good morning everybody, look at that for a blue sky. It's Wednesday the 6th of May and we're starting today's walk at the Sea Swallow, which is what this is. So the Sea Swallow is the big white sculpture that you can see at the end of Victoria Road West in Cleveleys. So just to orientate you, we're right at the end of the High Street. So that's Victoria Road West, which is a lot quieter than it ever normally is. So we're on the promenade and we're going to go for a walk today in the direction of Blackpool. It's absolutely glorious. The sea looks beautiful again. In fact, that's where we're going to go now. These are have you ever sat on one of these wibbly wobbly seats? They're actually quite comfy, they're lovely for sunbathing on. So we're going to go down onto the water's edge and have a look at this beautiful, beautiful clear sea. And who said sky then? So yesterday when I posted about how clear the water is, there were one or two theories. Just look at that, you can see straight down under the water. Oh, can you see those rocks underneath? Now, when did you last see that? So you've had quite a few different theories about why you can see through the water. Obviously, there's been a lot of work done to clear up the bathing waters in recent years. But the wind currently is blowing from the east. So I've tried to organise my microphone in a bit more of a considerate fashion this morning because yesterday it was quite noisy, quite a noisy wind noise. Just look at that, it's amazing. So we think that possibly because the wind's blowing from the east, it's not swirling the waves up in the same way that it would do normally and picking sand up with it. Sunlight kills bacteria. So possibly that's why it's looking a lot cleaner. And then of course there's a lot less shipping and a lot less industry. So maybe that's got something to do with it as well. Who knows? Who knows, but it's a lovely result. So today we're going to go this way and we're going to go up towards the shipwreck sculpture. Because I keep telling you about the shipwreck sculpture, but we've never actually got to it. So the shipwreck sculpture is also a part of the mythological coast trail, otherwise known as the Sea Swallow. So that's a kid's storybook. That's a kid's storybook that incorporates bits of myth and folklore and legend and fact and all kinds of different things. And it's interpreted in the pieces of public art that we see on our seafront at Cleveleys. So the Sea Swallow that we've just looked at, and Mary's shell and the paddle and the ogre, they're all part of the story. So we're running out of beach. I think it's actually going out at the minute. I've told you before, I can never tell whether it's coming or going. Never know whether I'm coming or going as far as that goes. Ooh, steep pebbles. So we'll just walk down here to see if we can navigate around these people. Dog. Everybody's out making the best of it, I think. See if we can dodge around these without getting wet. Right, so the shipwreck sculpture, which you can see up there, that round thing with the hole in the middle, that documents all of the ships that have been wrecked off this coastline going back to the year dot. And I've actually got photographs of all of that, so at some point I'll I'll transcribe it into a list that you can read. But you might know that there are well, I'm going to say there are two. There was two. Obviously Riverdance, you might remember, wrecked pretty much sort of there-ish. And that was, now let me think, I think it's about 12 years ago maybe. I'll put a link to the article in the comments underneath the video, and then you can have a look, because there's loads of pictures and videos and things. But that one got cut up and taken away for scrap, so that one is there no longer. But it actually fell quite close to another shipwreck, and that's the wreck of the Abana. And you can actually see the ribs of the Abana, the ribs that make up the boat when the tide's out. I'm just hesitating because I'm doing it again. Look at this water. You can even see the wooden groin through the water. Just look at that. Wow. I'm astonished. I can't say any other. Right, come with me people, and we'll just bob underneath this handrail, because I'm not walking to the top of the steps to come back down again, and if I go around the bottom we're going to get wet. Oh, goodness me, I'm not as good at limbo dancing as I thought. Right, so we're nearly there. So if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know that the Shipwreck Memorial, I keep wanting to call it the Riverdance Memorial, the Shipwreck Memorial marks the boundary where Blackpool joins Wyre, because Cleveleys is obviously in the borough of Wyre, and Blackpool is a unitary authority. So we're part of Lancashire County Council, and Blackpool looks after its own devices. Can't get over that water. It's just astonishing. Did you see that wave then? Just watch this. Just watch how the wave ripples along the steps, and you can see it. Stop now. You can see it move from one end of the step to the other. Amazing. Love watching the sea. There it's just done it long. You see it move down. Clever. So this is the new seawall at Anchorsholme that's been recently completed, and that's built as a straight revetment. So this is Cleveleys up to the edge of the steps, and that Anchorsholme job is built as a straight revetment there that goes down to the beach, and then this top section is what's known as wave breaker units. So they take the energy out of the sea. So that's recently been completed in the last few years. Goodness me. So here we are at the Shipwreck Memorial, and this, if you think about the seafront at Cleveleys, so we've left the Sea Swallow, which is sort of down there somewhere. So this promenade here is the promenade as you're heading up towards Blackpool, and this little building here, this one, is the little pumping station that's part of United Utilities assets. And here, at the other side of that wall, is Kingsway, which is the boundary. So this is the Shipwreck Memorial, and I think we've nearly got the sun on it for once, because usually the sun's at the back of it with the sun round the west. So it starts at the bottom. At the bottom there you can just see it says MS Riverdance 2008, 12 years. Wow. And then a bit further up, where's the Abana? There's all the names of all the ships and all the years that they were wrecked. And I did find the banner on it one day, but I can't quite remember where it is. So they go right up to the top, and I think that says 1643 right at the top, that very first one. Unidentified, 1643, 1660, employment, 1702. And funnily enough, when you look through, when the tide's out and you can see it, when you look through the hole in the middle of the sculpture, the Abana is pretty much in the middle of the line of view. So there you go, that's today's that's today's interesting thing. And here, so that when you're walking on the seafront, so that you know where you are, we've got the Cleveleys sign. I really like that. It's a shame it's not on prominent display from the road, but nonetheless it's there. So here, if you remember, the promenade was really low, it carried on at this level, and when they rebuilt it for the sea defence works, they lifted the height of it so that it became a better flood defence. And on a lovely benign day like today, it's difficult to imagine that you get such vicious waves and the sea comes up so far. It's quite amazing. Just look at the waves gently lapping. It's like a mill pond. I just can't credit how clean that sea looks. Somebody said, choice of words, it's clear. But I do know that it's a lot cleaner than it's ever been in living history, so perhaps clean is a fair word to use after all. So I think we'll just walk down to this set of steps and then I'll show you sort of where we are, and then we'll walk down the steps to the water. We might have a little walk along the revetment. They didn't look like seagulls. There's been some really unusual animals about as well. Show you over the wall. Look at that for a promenade. Amazing. So that's the main road. So that hump in the road is actually part of the sea defences. That hump there, to stop the water coming round from whichever direction it comes to. So that's your boundary with Cleveleys. You can just see the roof there actually of the Brydean Hotel. That one there. And that's on the tramway. So that's the main road, Princess Way, taking you up to Blackpool. So where those spiky things are, I'll just zoom in. Those vertical pipes are vent pipes for the underground sewage works, and that road to the left there is the one that takes you up to Lidl and the crossroads. Just so that you understand where we are. Actually, we won't go down the steps because it does say no access, so we'll be obedient. And that, can you see there's a green buoy? Ooh, that wobbled a bit. There's a green buoy bobbing out at sea. Just there in the centre of the shop. That's the end of the old sewage outfall pipe, and I believe that the new one is a lot longer than that, and there's a buoy at the end of it, but you can't actually see it properly from here. And they're from when all the works were done by United Utilities at Anchorsholme Park, which is just where those vent pipes were that we showed you. And that's what's made a big difference towards cleaning up our beautiful sea. So there you go. There's today's view. Stay safe. Have a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends. And we'll see you tomorrow.